This is real life tips from somebody in their 20s. Now, if you thought this was a Destiny 2 video, get pranked because we're talking about real life for a moment. Now, not to waste your time, my number one tip for anyone who is 18 right now is just to immediately go out of your way to open a Roth IRA. If you have the ability to open a brokerage account at Fidelity, Charles Schwab, Webull, anywhere that a Roth IRA is available, open one and invest within that account. Now, if you don't know what that is, I will explain it to you in a moment because a Roth IRA is a very powerful tool that will set you up for the rest of your life. Now, a Roth IRA is an individual retirement account that allows you to withdraw the money completely tax-free if you do it at the proper age of 59 and a half. Now, the reason why I say to start this early is because your biggest asset is time in the market rather than timing the market. Because the difference between investing for 20 years versus 30 is truthfully a lot of money, especially if you're smart and use the drip method. DRIP, not the clothes you wear or that all-black hunter fashion you have. DRIP means the Dividend Reinvestment Plan. Many stocks will pay you a quarterly dividend, which in simple terms is just a thank you from the company or stock you are invested in. DRIP allows you to take that dividend and reinvest it automatically into the original security. So for example, let's say you buy a stock that's $10 and it pays you a 10% dividend. Now this is incredibly unlikely and I'm using fake numbers here, but that dividend would be reinvested making your new total $11, as that 10% dividend was $1 added to your original account. In terms, this now makes your next dividend even greater, because 10% of $11 is $1.10. Now this may not seem like a lot, but over the course of many months and many years, the DRIP method will allow your small investment to grow into a greater sum of money, creating this snowball effect. If you've ever thrown a snowball down a hill, I haven't done that because I live in Florida, but imagine a snowball going downhill collecting more and more snow as it travels. By the end, that snowball is huge. This concept applies with the dividend reinvestment plan. Now, what should you invest into? I subscribe to the idea of the KISS rule, which essentially means keep it simple, stupid. Because the biggest trap you can fall into as an investor is thinking you're different than everyone else, and taking the simpler approach is not bad, especially if you don't have a lot of money. The two investments I will always have until the day I die are VTI and VOO, both Vanguard index funds. Not the Destiny Vanguard, but the investment management company. Essentially, VTI is a total market index fund that will track virtually every company in the US stock market all at once. And then VOO is an index fund that will track the S&P 500, which is a group of the top 500 companies by market cap within the United States. Moral of the story is that you are spreading your money thin among hundreds of companies all at once, taking all the guesswork out of picking stocks and taking that out of the equation. If the market does well, you'll do well. And if the market hurts, you'll hurt even less. Now, the analogy I will always give is to imagine a variety bag of candy versus a bag of just one type of candy. Now, imagine tomorrow a large lawsuit comes out against, say, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, and all of a sudden that candy has less value. But in a variety bag that has M&M's, Reese's, Twix, Hershey's, and many, many more, by comparison, that variety bag will retain more value than the bag full of just Reese's, because you have other stocks, or by the analogy, other candies that hold their value. Now, take all this with a grain of salt, because I don't even know if I'll really even post this because I don't know how a Destiny audience would relate to real life advice, but I feel like many of us are in the same boat. We grew up playing this game as children, and now we're grown people who need to think about grown things like investing. So if I can put this video out there and somebody younger than me can take this advice and set themselves up for success in the future, that's all that really matters to me. So, thank you very much for watching and have a nice day.